Run across over here.
One photo.
Huh?
Please, one photo.
Photo? Sure, man. That'd be, yeah, actually.
Thank you, thank you.
Hi guys, recently I went out on a little photo walk dressed like an absolute lunatic. Action camera strapped to my chest like a husky dog in a harness. A husky dog that loves to take photos. And I took the little Sigma 18-50 f2.8. This is one of the best all-round lenses that you can possibly buy for your APS-C system. A wonderful lens and certainly a fantastic street photography lens. So I asked people in the comments section to write in if they think this is the best street photography lens or not. A lot of people said yes, but a lot of other people said, what about the Tamron 17-70 f2.8? You get a longer focal range and you also have image stabilization in the lens. The VC, vibration compensation, that's what Tamron calls it. Now I have a little ZV-E10, takes wonderful photos, but it doesn't have any stabilization in the body. So I thought, what a perfect pairing. Let's take the Tamron 17-70 out with the little ZV-E10 and take some fantastic street photography photos so you can see how it operates in the real world. And if you want to know the settings, the best settings I think to use for street photography for the ZV-E10, just tune in to the end of the video and I will talk about it then. But right now, let's go out into the streets looking like this.
Now you can see all my zebras here as I want to take a photo of this Ed Mervish sign. So I'll click on it for focus, but you see, I want that sky in here too. So I will use my exposure compensation and go down until those zebras disappear. And now I know that sky is in my photo. If the zebras are there, that means you're going to lose that information because I set them at 100 plus. Let me just show you right here on my menu. You see, I set them at 100 plus. I don't know if you can see that on the old DJI Action, but there's my exposure compensation now that I have down to 1.7. I'll put that back and you can see the zebras coming up. So if I want to keep a sky in that photo, let's just put those down there and that should be good. There's a tiny little bit of zebra there, but that should come out just fine. And that's at f2.8. I don't want f2.8. I want more of this in focus. So f8. Now I'm still at 1/250th of a shutter, so that shouldn't be a problem for me to take this photo. And that should come out just perfect. You know, just perfect. And let's take a photo of this guy, because why not? Right? I'm gonna walk across the center of the street. You're gonna get a photo taken of you. See, because I have the 70 here, then I can get a lot of shots that I normally wouldn't be able to get. Once again, I want that exposure compensation down so I can keep some of that sky in there in case that is part of my photo. I'm gonna move this box. You know what? There, that's it. Lady smiled at me. Probably a photographer. Usually the only people who smile at you are photographers or people who are, you know, a little loopy upstairs. Sometimes they smile at you too, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take any of the smiles I can get. And this one right here, oh, this no entry. That means cars are gonna come out of here at this no entry. So I am gonna take a photo before I get killed. Look, there's a car right there. See? Now let's move. I like street signs. So let's see. Now I can put the exposure comp back up a bit here. Yeah, that's better. Right? Just get a photo of this street here. F8 should get pretty much everything in focus. And there you go. Everybody's looking at the DJI Action 4 on my chest and they're thinking, shouldn't this guy be skiing? Isn't that what you do with an action cam? No, sir. I record my ramblings as I take photos of things. This is a cool old building here. I had this in my last, I went on this path in one of my other street photography videos. So some of this is going to be familiar to those of you who watch the channel, and you all should watch the channel. But I'll take a picture of this right here. Once that car passes, there you go. So I don't want any of those new agey cars getting in the way of my old building. You know what I mean? And let's see what we have. Down this way, there's some kids. Make sure I don't point the camera at those. I don't want people thinking I'm weird. You know? Here's another old building. And exposure comp can go up even more on this one because there is no sky that I need to keep in here. There's some people. I'll wait till those people come across. Yeah, there you go. Maybe some more symmetry. Some people on the other side. Yeah, it's not bad. Now I'm going to take a picture of all of these construction signs because it just lets you know what it's like to live here in this city that is just full of construction. Look at this. I put the exposure comp all the way down to minus 2.3. But you know what? It's still going to be fine. It's going to be fine because I can bring back those shadows. I believe in my little ZV-E10. I believe in them.
People are more susceptible to attacking you than you're back to.
Not sure what that was about. She was describing how to deflect an attack. I don't know what happened to those people a few minutes ago, but it doesn't sound good at all.
Pretty dope. Well, there is one over there.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm going to get this all the way down to 2.8. Try to get a little depth of field there in my shot. A little shallower depth of field with the cyclist dismount as the guy in the cowboy hat looked at me like I was doing something wrong. Oh, by the way, Canadian law is that you have to have a reasonable expectation of privacy before you can have privacy. So when you're out in public, there is no reasonable expectation. Hold on, you guys probably can't see this, but I am going to take this photo up here when somebody walks across this thing here. This is Old City Hall. Now I'm not going to get all of this in because even though 17 is pretty wide, it's not wide enough to get the whole building in. You need like a 10 millimeter for that. But let's bring that exposure comp down. I'll focus on, no, the center there. Now, take a photo of that. Try it again, maybe get more in there. Now I'm really glad I have that vibration compensation on here because that's their image stabilization in the lens, and my ZV-E10 doesn't have any stabilization. And so as I'm trying to hold the camera out at like arm's length so you guys can see the photo I'm taking, there's extra chance for camera shake there. Even though I have very steady hands, I probably should have been a surgeon, you know, because I'm certainly smart enough, definitely have enough of a steady hand. And this is normally a skating rink. Well, not normally, but when it's cold out, and it's now the springtime, so we're not going to see any skating rink. But you get a nice picture of this Toronto sign. Of course, you want to get that reflection in there. Let's get over the fence. See, there's a fence there. I don't want that in my photo, but I want the whole reflection. So, and I will go on right there. You know what? I can turn the exposure comp back up to, oh, what a shot. What an amazing photographer this guy is. Nobody's seen the like. And I'll get one more straight on. It was nice to get that on the angle, but let's go. You gotta walk around, man. You gotta move your feet. Even though this has a great zoom range of the 17 to 70, you still want to be able to move your feet and get a nice photo. Yeah. Okay. That zoom. Now I have to turn down the exposure comp a bit. Yeah. See, this gets the City Hall. City Hall and, oh, try to get the top of that. I'll go to f8. I don't know if you guys can't see that here. Let me turn the camera up. Can you see it now? Me getting this one wonderful shot. just fantastic. All these people are taking photos with their iPhones. And that is a good idea. Use the camera that you have with you. I just happen to have an amazing camera and lens combination. But you know, use what you got. I mean, I use the iPhone all the time. I'm only joking around. This. Okay, now let's get that exposure comp down. I want that sky, even though honestly the sky, I wanted it to be a little bluer today. Here's a child here. Does anyone own this child? No, seriously though. Don't worry, I'm still keeping an eye on that kid. I'm gonna make sure he has some kind of parent here. I'll find that parent. Hey, look, some guy's got a DJI Pocket Osmo. I got that too, buddy. But right now I'm using their action cam. Okay. Now, always like a City Hall. Let's get a landscape. The 17 is good, buddy. Able to get that. And then here is in portrait. Yeah, that's about right. There'll be children running in the foreground for scale. That's what they call that, for scale. Oh yeah, the child was found. Yeah, it was this guy in the blue jacket the whole time. Here, let me show you. See, the whole time, and he was pretty close by. Still, I feel like should have been closer. But I'm a hypochondriac. Is it a hypochondriac? Well, I am that too, but I'm paranoid, is what I should have said. I like this little chip stand here. Always have. And nice and colorful. I like taking photos of people at the food trucks. I'm gonna cross over here.
One photo.
Huh?
Please, one photo.
Photo? Sure, man. That'd be, yeah, actually. It'd be great. Hold on, I'll get a... Where do you want to go? Here we go. Where you go? You want to go that way?
Okay.
Yeah, there. Okay. Okay, one sec. Get them all. Ooh. Looks good. Think?
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
You want me to send it to you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Instagram, okay?
Yeah, I can send you. Yeah.
Okay.
A couple more, yeah. Do you want to come over here? Take a photo over there? Try to get a good one, yeah? With the cars and stuff. I don't like the cars in the back. So how long you been here?
1 week.
1 week?
Yes.
Yeah. Just for a visit?
Visit, yes.
Yeah. Do you have family or friends?
Friends.
Yes.
No, family.
Take a photo like it. Okay. So let's put you right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, hey?
Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
give me.
I will send you the email. I'll edit them and I'll send them to you. Look nice. Yeah.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Oh, I almost turned off my camera, but I'm glad I didn't. Someone here visiting Toronto, wanted to get his photo taken, and he thought it looked good on the back of the ZV-E10 screen. Just wait, because the ZV-E10 screen is not good. So that screen doesn't let people realize what a magical photo I just took. So he's gonna be blown away when I send him an email with his photos. He's just gonna say Canada's the best place of all time. And you know what? It is pretty good, I gotta say. There's that glass tunnel I like. Different angle, eh? Let's go with f8. Oh, look at that. 1/170 shutter speed. 1/125. So we're getting down to it where I'm gonna rely on the vibration compensation, the lens stabilization, to help me out a little bit, because the focal length at 70 millimeters, I normally wouldn't like to be below 1/150th. So at that shutter speed, I am running the risk of some camera shake for sure. You know, these cup cars, my goodness. They're here for me because they know I'm an outlaw. I play by my own rules. Now, let's see. These flags, there's really not enough wind to have any decent shots of these flags. But, you know, I'm here. Let's go back a bit further. Take a picture of that streetcar here. Turn on the exposure comp a little bit. Make sure it's all in there. F8, that should be fine. Take a photo of these bikes here. This looks kind of cool. All lined up there, ready to serve the public. As long as you pay a few shillings, throw a few nickels in there, you get a bike. Drive around Toronto. Try not to get hit by a car, which is easier said than done. Now let's looks like the protest is over here, so we can start taking some photos of this busy Dundas Square. Okay, here's that busy look to the street that I like. You know, all these people going across. I like this building right here. Kind of cool, nice and shiny. I like shiny objects. I'm a simple man. Siren just deafened me. My right ear can't hear anything anymore, but you know, big city living, right? Fantastic. No, I do like this. It's a lot of fun. Getting out, taking some photos. People are usually super nice. It's good. Get out there. Live your lives. All right. Now I will go hunting for my car.
So what a fantastic shooting experience with this 17-70, because it has that image stabilization. I was shooting shots at 1/100 right out there at 70 millimeters. No problem at all. Perfectly tack sharp photos. Plus I am a professional. After all, they're always going to be tack sharp, but that image stabilization definitely helps. And I was able to get wide shots at the 17 and also go in for portraits at the 70. And speaking of portraits, the thing is, while it's a lot bigger lens than this Sigma, and maybe not quite this big, let's take off the lens cap so you can see the difference right here. So it is definitely a much bigger lens than the 18-50. The 18-50 is great for covert street photography. You want to go around, you don't want to be noticed so much, then here you go. But this one, you know, that large size, it sometimes actually plays to your favor. Like, I wanted to take some portraits with this lens, you know, but I'm a shy guy. I don't want to necessarily ask strangers. But that guy, Alec, who, very nice, I've emailed him since. He's a great guy. Alec came up, he saw this big lens on this camera. He's like, hey, could you please take a photo of me? I'm a tourist. I'm on vacation. It'd be nice to get a professional photo. So that is what we did. And that's what attracted him, was the large style lens. So it's not always a bad thing to have a big lens on your camera that attracts some attention. Do you know what I mean? And you also get from 50 to 70 on this guy, as opposed to the just 50 on this guy. And the action camera was the DJI Action 4. I really like it because the new DJI mics, the Mic 2, they can connect Bluetooth through this right here. So that saves me a lot of time in editing. I don't have to sync up the clips. I can just use their wireless Mic 2 and Bluetooth right into the Action 4. One less step in the program, and I do like that. So now, as promised, I will talk about my favorite settings when I am out shooting street photography. If you are in the daytime, what I like to do is set my ISO at 100, just manually set the ISO at 100, go into aperture priority, and then you get to dictate the depth of field in your photograph, and then it just will manipulate the shutter speed for you. And as long as your shutter speed doesn't slip too low, like I found on this one, 1/100 was just fine. But if it had gone lower than 1/100, I would have probably bumped my ISO or put it into auto ISO for those particular shots, but I just never had any because it was the middle of the day. When you have plenty of sunshine, that's what I would recommend. Use aperture priority, put your ISO at 100 and let it take care of the shutter speed unless you start noticing your shutter speed is getting too slow and you are getting shaky photos. So if it's slipping, below 1/150, then start to think about bumping up your ISO. But if not, you have a steady hand, you will be just fine. It's just the quickest and easiest way to take photos on the ZV-E10, and you're out doing street photography. There's action happening all the time. You don't have much time to get your shots in many situations, so it's best to put it in aperture priority, let the camera do the work. However, ISO 100 because I don't want it bumping up the ISO unnecessarily. Now, I will be doing a head-to-head comparison between these two beautiful lenses, and spoiler alert, they are both absolutely fantastic, especially for what I do, things like travel photography, street photography. You can't go wrong with either. You just have to choose the one that is best for you. However, we will do the tests, and we will do a little pixel peeping, and we will get down to the nitty-gritty and see which one is right for you. So let me know down below if you've used the Tamron 17-70 or the Sigma 18-50, or for that matter, the Sony 16-55 f2.8. That is a fantastic lens, and it belongs in this discussion. However, it is a lot more expensive than these two. That's why often people compare these two and leave the Sony out of it. But let's throw that in the mix. Let us know down below. Tell us what you use them for, and we'll have a nice little discussion about it. Hey, thanks for watching this. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye. I have to go to dinner now, but I think I'm going to keep wearing my harness, see where that fits in the restaurant's dress code.